That's pretty good. Okay, okay, we stalled him. Hey guys, RazDaz here, back with another video. Today we get to do a life gain build with some very popular clerics in the Final Fantasy universe and also just the Magic the Gathering universe in general. This build is going to be centralized around 3 very important cards. The first one is going to be Aerith Gainsborough. This is going to be a 3-drop 2/2 creature with lifelink, and it says whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Aerith Gainsborough. When Aerith dies, put X +1/+1 counters on each legendary creature you control, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Aerith. So basically every single life linker, every single time you gain life, you'll put a +1/+1 counter on her. And then this deck does run quite a few legendary creatures, so if she does end up dying, these counters are spread amongst the rest of the legendary creatures. For the next card, we have Zorline Cosmos Caller, which is going to be a 3-drop 3/3 bat cleric. It has flying and vigilance, and it says whenever a bat you control attacks, you gain 1 life. Whenever Zorline enters or attacks, you may pay 1 white mana, 1 black mana, and 2 life. When you do, return target non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. So this is obviously pretty solid. This deck does have, I think, 3 bats in it, but most importantly, outside of like 5 cards, the rest of the deck is sitting at 3 mana value or less, as you can see. So basically anytime this one swings, as long as you have the mana to pay, you can bring something back, such as Aerith after she died and spread out her counters. You can bring back Enduring Innocence, you can bring back Starkscape Cleric. The possibilities are endless. Finally, we have Minwu the White Mage. This is going to be our top end spell. It's going to be a 5-drop 3/3 creature with vigilance and lifelink, and it says whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each cleric you control. This deck has mainly clerics, so if Minwu's out and you're trying to go wide, every single time you gain life, you'll be able to basically buff up your whole board, which is very scary, very fast, of course. So last video, I was running a lot of Shard Mages rescues, but somebody actually recommended Restoration Magic instead, because you can give all your permanents hexproof and indestructible for board wiping, which is very prevalent in this ranked meta right now. So I've actually taken out the Shard Mages, and we're going to be using Restoration Magic, which is going to be a 1-drop instant. It's tiered for Cure, Cura, and Curaga, which is going to be a 0, 1, and 4-drop spell, not mentioning the one that you already have to pay to start it. Either you can give 1 target permanent hexproof and indestructible. You can either also give a target permanent hexproof indestructible and you gain 3 life, which is obviously very good for this life gain deck. Or for Curaga, you can give every permanent you control hexproof and indestructible, hence dealing with board wipes, and you gain 6 life, which is just insane in this deck, and I really enjoy using it. For the next card, we're going to use Authority of the Consuls, which is going to be a 1-drop enchantment, and it just says creatures your opponent control enter tapped, which is cool. There's not that many aggressive decks anymore, so it's not like the end of the world, like doesn't really affect you that much. But the important part is that whenever a creature an opponent controls enters, you gain 1 life, which is going to trigger Aerith, it's going to trigger Minwu, and it's going to trigger this next card, which I really enjoy in life gain decks, which is going to be Excalibur 2, which is going to be a 1-drop equipment with equip 3. And it says whenever you gain life, put a charge counter on Excalibur. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Excalibur. The reason I like this card so much is that instead of putting the +1/+1 counter on the creature, it stays on the equipment. So as long as they don't destroy the equipment, you can just move the equipment around and you can put +7, +7, +8, +8 counters on whatever you want after it gets all stacked up. And I put 2 in there just in case the first one gets blasted. Next, we have Battle Menu. It's going to be a 2-drop instant, and you get to choose 1 of 4 modes. The first one's Attack, which you create a 2/2 white knight creature token. The second one is going to be ability, which means a target creature gets +0/+4 until the end of turn. A nice little combat trick. For magic, you get to destroy a target creature with power 4 or greater. Or item, you can gain 4 life, which obviously in a pinch, that's going to be pretty nice. It also helps with the triggers for Excalibur, Aerith, and Minwu. Of course, one of my favorite cards is going to always be Sheltered by Ghosts, especially in any white deck that has to gain life. This is going to be a 2-drop enchantment aura, and you get to exile a target non-land permanent an opponent controls until this aura leaves the battlefield. The enchanted creature also gets +1, has Ward 2, and lifelink, which is something I truly enjoy. The next card we're going to work on is going to be White Mage's Staff. It's a 2-drop equipment with job select, which means when the equipment enters, you get to create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token and then attach this equipment to it. This equipped creature is going to get +1/+1, and then it says whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life, and it's a cleric in addition to its other types, which means that it also triggers Minwu if Minwu is going to put a +1/+1 counter on each cleric you control. Whatever this White Mage's Staff is attached to will also count as a cleric, so we'll also get that +1/+1 counter. For our next card, we have Starscape Cleric, which is going to be a 2-drop creature with offspring of 3, which means you can make another token of it that's 1/1. And it says whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. This is honestly great. We're doing a life gain deck, so draining somebody for every instance of life that we gain racks up extremely fast. I would definitely recommend keeping this card in your deck. I did have 4 of them in there, but somebody in the comments was like, RazDaz, why do you have 62 cards in your deck? And I don't know, man, it's America. So I'm going to try to keep these decks at 60 out of 60 just in case you really need to keep it at 60. But if you don't care, I would say add an extra one for, you know, a little bit of extra value. Next, we have Enduring Innocence. I've talked about this card a lot. It's it's a fan favorite. It's going to be a 3-drop enchantment creature, 2/1 with lifelink. And whenever one or more creatures you control with power 2 or less enter, you get to draw a card. And then when it dies, it returns as an enchantment onto the battlefield. A lot of these creatures, excluding Zoraline and Minwu, are 2 or less, so you do get a lot of triggers from this. For some card advantage, we have Darkstar Augur, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, which is going to be a 3-drop with offspring of 1 black mana, and it has flying, and it says at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card in your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value, which normally would be bad, but since we gain so much life, it's not really that bad. It's not the end of the world at all, actually. So with offspring, you're basically drawing 3 cards a turn, which is great to cycle through and find your Minwus, your White Mages, your Sheltered by Ghosts, and also your other set of removal, which is going to be White Orsite, which is going to be a 4-drop artifact. And it says whenever this artifact enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until this artifact leaves the battlefield. And it's also nice for a little bit of mana ramping because you can tap it for 1 white mana. Other than that, I'm running 2 Caves of Koilos and 2 Bleachbone Verges with a few plains and a few swamps. I do have a little bit more swamps, or a little bit more plains and swamps, because we are running some double white creatures, so it's pretty important that we at least hit 2 plains pretty early. For the sideboard, we have Shard Mage's Rescues, a few Get Lost, some No Witnesses for some board wipes just in case, and then extra Authority of the Consoles, Go for the Throats, and then a little bit of Graveyard Hate in the form of Agatha's Soul Cauldron and Rest in Peace, just in case you did want to take this deck to best of 3. I did play it in best of 1, but you know, do what you need to do. Once again, thank you so much for watching the video. I always appreciate the comments, the views, any suggestions that you have. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. It looks fine. I see Mabel. Small chance of playing aggro. So if they are, Authority goes. If not, you know, they're not playing aggro. We're actually only one planes off from it's a team. Okay, hopefully I find a sheltered by ghost soon. That's pretty bad. I really need to find some type of removal, shelter by ghost, something. Here we go. We're swinging for 8. 16. Right. 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 And of course I did not find what I was looking for. Oh, brother. Okay, so for 2, technically I can gain 3 life. I might in theory be fine. Okay, that definitely helps. Do they not? They have another fair net. Honestly, if they swing, I'm down to trade both of these to get rid of this Tifa. And when I say both of these, I mean my Zora line. That's surely they're not swinging with 4. Is this hexproof instruct? Okay, we're at 11. In theory, we might be able to take 1 swing. If I have to double block, I have to double block, you know? That's not ideal. No, that's fine. Hopefully with this extra card draw from Darkstar, we find like a sheltered or something in that area. Because if that traveling chocobo comes down, we might lose this game. That's not helpful. That was not helpful at all. Holy. I have to block with something, don't I? Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, we stalled him. Pulling the Dark Star did not make me happy, but I'm happy it worked out. I'm gonna have to do this because clearly I can't. I might save and wait to use the battle menu, especially if that thing gets too above. I could block the Insidious Fungus. It might actually work. They might have a combat trick, but they don't. And then I don't have to worry about it killing my shit. Which sounds good to me. And I can still shut it down. And now that I have the mana for it, I'm more inclined to save my Star Stable. I want them to tap out, but I have a feeling they don't want to tap out because they know. Is it a Shard Mage they might have? And I might Shelter by Ghost, actually. Where's the... I'm assuming they have some type of oh wow, I didn't get that. It's raining. Cool. Cool. This hand could be okay, also, but I'm going to take it. Oh no, this, which definitely doesn't change. Now, I guess they start magic. I'm assuming they held up in the first 2 times. They have some. Do you have a counter on top of that? Okay. So you're dropping coins. I'd still prefer to not play without, just in case I have more removal. I'd rather than the token, so I can attach the white mage's staff to something else. I could keep this. They have another counter. Let them pop these counters off. We are running out of cards. When I say we, I mean them. I am sitting at 3 poison. I think this is just like a control, like poison. Oh. We have it. My God. Okay. These type of decks are so weird to me. It's just removal, man. Like, there's nothing else. There's literally nothing else but removal in this deck. They haven't played a single creature. And I guess that's just like the whole deck. Buddy! I might wait and hold on for a second, actually. Because if I get another land... Oh my God. I have nothing to White Auracite. I literally don't have anything to White Auracite. They don't have anything in their hand. They've never put anything on the battlefield. Nothing has stayed on the battlefield long enough to even... Yeah. Okay, man. I guess. That's just insane. What a... I don't know what to say. I have nothing nice to say, so I'm just going to keep moving on. Roaming Throne. Rex. Wow. Darkstar is being so kind to me right now. Wow. We'll just take that. My God. God. Sheltered. It's just what. I'm assuming they're holding a shard mage. That's why they're taking so long. If they block, they're for sure holding a shard mage. I don't know if they would use it for this situation. Classification. My question is, what do they have for one that they're holding up the turn for? Here's Calyx. I will absolutely double block this if they swing. And did I find... Thank you. Oh my gosh, I was gonna tilt so bad. Audacity, that's 5. Do they have a sheltered? That's fine. Technically, I could trade with this now, but I'm not going to. Because if they swing, it's tap. And honestly, with this mana I have, okay. Okay. I wish the reveal cards would go away. I kind of want to attach one of these to this. And probably the other way Mage's Staff to the other one. And then just swing with everything. Because that procs first, so Aerith will be strong enough where she won't die. And then they'll have to chump. Good game, good game. Unless they have a board wipe. Did they say good game because they have a board wipe? No, they haven't. We're trying to get back out of the percentages. We're trying so hard. And if my deck wouldn't shaft me so, my God, my voice. If my deck wouldn't shaft me so bad on the land sometimes, we would look a lot better. This hand is so sus. I know I'm gonna mulligan and have one land. I literally knew this was going to happen. It was going to be something foolish. My dude, they just don't want to climb. They said, "Fuck you." Okay, I guess this is what I'm going to have to take. Fabled Passage. If it's green, it might be like a landfall deck, maybe. If it's not green, I don't really have a good idea. It's red. I don't know. Oh, well, this is Rakdos Reanimator. Yeah. So what I could do, depending on what they do, I might have to shelter by Ghost that treasure token just to give me an extra turn. They're gonna kill this Shoreline, man. Oh, fuck. That's so bad. There's nothing to shelter by Ghost now. Oh, I meant to click attack. They probably already have the Rakdos in their hand. This is why I probably should have went to this. Specifically for like this deck. Because I don't have Graveyard Hate in my deck. So good. I hate to say it. I might have to sacrifice this Excalibur just to find 2 more cards. I'm pretty sure we already lost. Did I just watch like 5 mulligans? Okay. Oh, this is literally Rakdos. If they beat me with a 3-lander, I might crash out. Or a 3-hand keep. I don't know what to say. Seven, 9. I win next turn if they don't play anything. This hand is a little shifty, but we're gonna have to make do. I don't like the double restoration magic. I like having one. I don't like having both. I do, however, like the authority into the Excalibur. See, I wish I could find another land, because then I would wait an extra turn just so I can at least make sure Zoraline doesn't get like one tap the second she comes out. Because I mean, this is a black deck, so it's removal RS usually. That's something I should definitely expect. And with 2 restoration magics up, like if Zoraline dies, I might not have another creature to play for the rest of the game. That's fine. It looks like they don't like looking at this Excalibur, but I'm trying to figure out what they would have to target it. Oh. Well, if I knew I was going to find another Excalibur, you know, I probably wouldn't have done that. But okay. I need to find an extra mana so I can either equip in Restoration Magic or Zoraline in Restoration Magic. God, getting the Zora line out would be so good. Equipping that extended. Swinging for 8 in the air right now would go kind of insane. Thank you. I wonder if they'll trade. If they trade with a bug, we'll look really good. Because that's the only flyer they have. It seems like they don't want or chump. They want to trade. Okay. That's fine. Oh, I love the Aerith, man. I might put that out now. And just hold the Restoration magic up. Because if I can get the Aerith and the Excalibur stacking, and if they have like a sacrifice target creature, this is a legendary creature, so at least Aerith can put the counters on Zora line as well. That would look a lot better. Starting to swing. Okay, this is their final card. So, come what it may, as long as it's not like something crazy like nowhere to run, we're looking good. Oh, that's even better. If this is like a drain off, like I'm absolutely going to win this battle. Because Excalibur is stacking and Aerith is also stacking. So and they only have one flyer, so I could attach the Excalibur next turn, and then I just start swinging from the air, and then they like really have to answer it. Are they gonna sacrifice the Sage? I guess if they sacrifice the Sage, they can bring back Core and they get another flyer. But still. Oh, but it comes in tapped. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, actually, I can just like attach this to Aerith and swing, and I can swing with both. I'd rather swing and gain 17. That sounds much better. Especially before the Death Toucher there, and then next turn I can just Minwoo. That would be nice to get another mana thing. So now we're healing for 17. 18. We're swinging for their whole like bar, so they have to block. They could just block with a flyer. Truth be told. Oh. Okay. I guess they might need the flyer for later, which is true because I could just move the Excalibur over. It's a land, which means I can swing freely next turn as well, because core is Death Touch, and this gives me Indestructible, so I should be fine. This was going to stall though. My god, this is going to be a game. My As you can see, I coughed and forgot to mute my mic because I'm a little stupid. So now you're gonna have a voiceover from me for the rest of the game because I was talking to a mic that was muted. Here I was considering if I should play Minwoo, and I'm pretty sure I did decide to send it. Yes, it's been sent. My thought process was that with Minwoo on the board, I could swing with Aerith and Zoraline, and then next turn I could bring Zoraline right back. And if Aerith dies, those counters get spread amongst Zoraline and Minwoo. And here I go again, yapping into a mic that is once again muted, with not a care in the world. See, they blocked the Aerith, so Aerith dies, and those counters will be going on Minwoo and Zoraline now. I think they're just processing that now that this game is cooked. And that's GG's. Here's where I'm nervously checking to see if I got out of the percentages. I did, thank you Jesus. So this is where I'm going to end the video. Thank you guys, as always, for watching my videos. If you have any decks that you want me to try out, please let me know. I'm absolutely always willing to try something out in Mythic, especially since we're nearing the end of the season. If you have any questions or anything else like that, let me know. But once again, thank you for watching. I can't stop saying it, but I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Peace